Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Alucard. Hi. My name is Enygma. I'm a variety streamer, Twitch, Twitter, Rumble, and YouTube. And we're playing Dragon Quest II HD Remake. If you'd do me a favor, I would really appreciate it if you would follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Rumble. A subscription on YouTube would be great. It's all free for you guys to do that. If you're on Rumble, if you're on YouTube, smash that like button, letting people know that I'm here. Commenting, favoriting, all that good stuff. Sharing really helps. Whatever you can do, I would really appreciate that. So we're early on in the Dragon Quest II HD Remake. Yesterday we were finishing up some of the gear grind for where we are in the game. We've managed to do that. And now we're going to continue on with the story. So let's see what this guy's got to say. Oh, we got a boat here? Well, it's another time, boy. How's your day going, Alucard? How's things going over there in Amazon and California? Might perchance avail us one of your fine ships docked hereabouts. Alright. You're leaving work right now. Damn. Steam is getting sued by 900 million by the British government. 900 million. Well, that's interesting. They're going to lose that. Or there's going to be a UK is going to FO, and they're going to end up. Oh, you went in early. Oh, good. You get to leave early then. They're going to screw around. And they're going to become isolationists. They're going to be very much like China. Because and plus they're going to end up running out everybody out. That's the thing, is they already are running a lot of people out of the UK as it is. You and I both know UK people who want out. They're going to leave. Let's see if there's anything. Hey, I don't blame you, brother. As hard as you work. There's a chest that we can't open yet. That's about it. North, okay. Oop. Well, you said yesterday it wasn't that bad, and then I guess today it's different. Every day is a different day. Yep, that's where I thought. They want us to go up there. And looks like we have 2 little dog legs here. Every day is different. Seed of Strength. And what do we got down here? Anything? Oh, there's a pot. Moonwort bulb. Nothing else around here. The Almighty has gifted thee the height of blasphemy. Yeah, what happened to you got Megan the Rich? Okay. They look like they're mean. Oh, we got all sorts of them. Okay. All right. So let's see. Twisted Sister. Boom. There we go. And they got him. Keep casting boom. Brave Fencer, Musashi, Chrono Cross, Tactics, and Gears Versus. Not all those were RPGs. I'll go with. How the hell is Einhinder an RPG? It's not. Final Fantasy IX is what I would say. Einhinder is not a role-playing game.
Never fear.
Yeah, it's not a role-playing game though. It's a shooting game. It's a shump. Holy crap. Okay. Fight. Spells. Mid-heal. You. Spells. I run the risk here. This is going to be a big risk, but let's see. Alright, got 2 of them down. Yeah, they did. Mummy dearest, that's funny. Ha ha! And Suikoden and Tales of what was the Tales game? First Tales game. I can't remember what it was called. Boom's kind of a waste, but he is weak to it. She's weak to it. There we go. Knocked them all down. Star Ocean 2. Grandia. I miss Grandia. There's games on the list that, like, Brave Fencer Musashi is not an RPG. Tactics is tactical. I don't consider an RPG. Parasite Eve 1 and 2 are not RPGs. Vagrant Story is more an adventure game. Legend of Mana is more an adventure game. Well, it looks like they were naming PlayStation 1 games a la carte. I don't think there's anything else here. Yeah. That's why I'm looking at it. Well, I mean, if we're really going to get down to it, every game is a role-playing game because you're taking on the role of somebody else. So even if you're playing John Madden football, do you really think you're Tom Brady? You know what I mean? All games are technically RPGs. But by the definition of what we know an RPG to be in gaming, no. A lot of those are not RPGs. Yeah, see, we did it. Restored at my bosom at last. Okay, Mayor. Oh, we say they're going to give us a ship. Good for us. Da da da. With pleasure. I have all. Yeah, from the look of that list, it's mostly RPG, PlayStation 1 stuff. Everybody gets something confused. It's like Legend of Zelda. People call Legend of Zelda a role-playing game. It's not a role-playing game to me. It's an adventure game. We did just beat some bosses, so... Yeah, it's just there are games out there that have different. They're just different, you know. It's just or they're not that. Oh.
Fear not. I've heard all that you did for us. Your chambers await.
Chambers. All right. No, we're standing in the water now. Yeah.
Signs of Erdrick.
Erdrick again.
The wheels of fate have been set in motion. And so, you must spread your wings and journey across the sea. Great dangers await, but you must face them, for there are those who need your help.
Did we all have the same dream?
I too heard the voice.
And I. So, it was no mere dream.
No, indeed. And it bade us go to the aid of those in need, did it not?
It did. Hargon's foulness spreads yet further afield, it seems. Let us set sail just as soon as the ship is ours.
Aye, but first the ship. I can still hardly believe it is to be ours. Come,
Well,
to
that's
the
what-
port.
To the port. We'll take the ship by force if we have to. Bo-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Wow, it's so big.
And there you are at last. Your ship awaits, young heroes.
Hurrah! You must accept our deepest thanks.
No, it is you who must accept ours. Return to us here whenever you so wish, and may fortune follow you o'er the waves.
Very well. The world is now ours to explore, it seems. Let us go to the aid of those in need.
with all haste, and let us hope that in so doing, we might learn more of Fal Hargon's schemes.
Aye, and there is one more thing we must do besides.
Oh, and what is that?
We must warn those we meet of the darkness that threatens our world, that they might make ready to meet it.
Make ready.
None must suffer the fate that befell Moonbrook. I do not wish to sow discord and fear by so doing. I wish only to give the gift of vigilance, the lack of which I fear played its part in the downfall of my homeland.
Indeed. Had your people been forewarned, perhaps they might have been better prepared when the moment came.
Possibly.
Come then, let us away. But I must warn you all. This will be my first time at sea. Forgive me if I do not prove the sturdiest of shipmates.
Yeah, lady, always trying to get out of it.
Never been to sea. All will be well, I am sure. And even if it is not, we can at least console one another.
Console, yes.
Truly, though, I am beyond excited. A maiden voyage aboard our very own ship. A moment, if you would. I do not wish to suggest that all is fun and games. The world is in peril, this I know full well, and you have lost much, dear cousin. It cannot be easy. Forgive me. I suppose it is not becoming of the scions of the great hero to take pleasure in the execution of their duties. And yet, I cannot help but feel my heart skip a beat in anticipation of the adventure to come. Am I a heartless rogue? An uncaring monster?
Would you say the same of me if I told you that I enjoy our time together? That I smile yet more with each and every passing day? True, I have but recently lost my father, and my people both. But does a moment of levity in spite of that make me a monster?
Of course not. We laugh when we are happy and cry when we are sad. We cannot control such things. Nor would I wish us to.
Then you have your answer, and I thank you for it. The stakes of our journey could not be higher. The fate of the world rests upon our shoulders. But this should not, cannot mean that we spend every waking moment weighed down by the impossible seriousness of it all. If we wish to face the journey ahead with hope in our hearts, are we wrong for doing so? No. We are merely human.
Forgive me. I simply feared that my careless merriment might seem unfeeling to one who has suffered so much.
Quite the opposite. Your careless merriment is the very thing that gives me strength. So laugh, smile, and do not think twice before doing so. Very well. Let us swear to be true to our feelings, come what may. What say you? Good. Now come. Hargon awaits.
Aye, let us stride forward to meet him, laughing and crying all the while.
All right. Hi, Zuzi. So here we are on the boat. Now, if you guys remember, we saw a lot of glowy spots out in the sea with shipwrecks and stuff like that that had items. We'll be able to get those now. As with Dragon Quest games that I've played, though, I don't believe we will have the ability to what's the word I'm looking for? This isn't free. Like we will still get into fights and such. Like right there's a glowy spot. So let's grab that. See what we have. Holy water and 82 coins. Gold mail. Okay. Well, is that better than full plate armor? It damn sure is. Cool. Give that to Enygma. I figured. That's how it works. Good. Yeah, really. Pardon me. Didn't get it.
We are allies.
I don't know about that. Yes. We have another area right here. Looks like another town. Let's see what we have up here. So he couldn't get through Castlevania, so now he's going to go try Mega Man. Okay. To be fair, Mega Man is going to be an easier experience than Castlevania 3. For all the people that complain about how hard Mega Man is, they are hard, but they're doable. Not punishing the way Castlevania 3 is. Staff of Sentencing. I'll have to get a couple of those, it looks like, at least one. Let's see. Oh, let's take a peek around for loot. He started with Mega Man X. He started with the hard series. Some of these young y'all whippersnappers out there, something's wrong with y'all. I tell you. I can't go get this with Castlevania, so let's go to Mega Man X. That just doesn't make any sense. Tell him to get, if he really wants to test himself. It just, you start with Mega Man X. That's... Oh, this is... not where I... Well, let's see. Is there anything down here that's going to give us... Well, first of all, this is going to be... Yeah. Similar to Dragon Quest 1, actually. We don't have any of the right keys for this, but let's see if there's anything in fight down here that's going to give us some money. I tell him to stop being a wimp and go after Battletoads like a real man. Nothing. Okay, nothing here to fight. That's what I'm saying. He's got to, if he wants, just craziness. Got to go after it. Think you're that good? You think you're gonna open yourself up to newer possibilities? Go play yourself some Battletoads. See what you can do with that shit. Here. I know, I had one of them. The Turbo Tunnel and Battletoads is the stuff that video game nightmares are made of, I'm telling you. Dancer's costume. From there, okay. In the fetal position. Oaken Club. Hello, Grizzled Entertainment. Welcome, my friend. Welcome in. Yeah, I mean, it's if you're gonna challenge yourself, you challenge yourself. But if he can't get through Castlevania, what makes him think he's gonna be able to get through Mega Man X? Seed of Wisdom. We know who's gonna get that. And since I'm thinking about it. I should have been using these scrolls a while ago. Yeah, I do too, Alucard, because they used to do that shit to me all the time. I used to get 2 or 3 or 4 of those calls a day. Yeah, I didn't find it very funny, because I was busy. Yeah, I was just trying to deal with customers, and then the phone rings, and some little bastard calls and says, "You have Battletoads?" told one kid, I said, yeah, I got a copy of it, but I left it at your mom's house. And he was like, oh, you can't say that. I said, yeah, I can. I just did. Yeah, as I told one kid. Let's see what we got here. There's a cave there. That's where we're supposed to go. I do want to look around. Well, there's still a staff that still want to get those. One of those staffs for Karnak here. Ooh, okay. It's not very strong. I don't think that's going to be a lot of money. 30 coins. We've had worse. Let's get back on our ship. Let's see what's out here. Because there should be fights out here. Frickin' fuddle, man. Yes. Get that dog from Duck Hunt. Why you cast it on us, you jerk? That's right, that dog from Duck Hunt. That's the first final boss. We all wanted to kill that dog. Or shoot that dog. Good hit there. You got more fuddle. Ooh. Got that one down. Well, I know that I'm on this Dragon Quest kick. A week from tomorrow, Dragon Quest 7 Remake comes out. I really want to play that. And then I haven't played the Dragon Quest 3 HD Remake on stream yet. So one of those two. And then, of course, at the end of next month, when the Resident Evil 9 comes out, I want to play that. Come on. Oh, that was wrong. It's alright, though. Oh, no, don't do that. Attack that one, attack that one. Keep that up. Of course, if anyone wants to see me play... oh, golly. someone wants to see me play something, you gotta let me know. Oh, gophers. You got gopher problem over there in California. Can't you go up to your local Home Depot or something and get some gopher? A cat? Nah, a cat probably would. The one from Caddyshack. Yeah, it's the puppet from Caddyshack. That's what's in Alucard's yard. We'd have to have an outdoor cat for that, right, Alucard? Outdoor cats they're different. Outdoor cats are definitely different animals. Yeah, that's bad though. Stray cats are bad because you don't know where they've been and what they might have. You know, you don't want to get involved with those. Now, stray cats are feral, and they're the ones that, I mean, cats are for the most part alpha predators. They're very, very good hunters. What is this guy's problem? He doesn't know what he's doing? It sounds like he's got ADD or something. It's his first time, what? Playing a video game? I mean, it sounds like he's... Yeah. Yeah, because if there's one thing that Mega Man X has in common, is a kindred spirit, it's frickin' Metroid. And he sounds like the kind of guy that's going to have a lot of problems with the original Metroid as well, because there's no map in Metroid. In-game map, I mean. Well, yeah. Which Metroid, though? Yeah, they're mostly two. It wasn't until Metroid Prime that they made them 3D. Dang it, did it again. Hey, I like levels up. Okay, got that. There are people out there who think Fusion's better than Super Metroid. I think they're wrong, but I do know that there is a contingency of people out there who think that way. That's their opinion. Everyone's got their opinion. I got no problem with people having opinions. I just realized I got armor to sell. might get us that staff. People have differing opinions. Only $700. 300 for the staff. We need. I'm gonna get one of them for him for Caradoc. I won't. She could probably use one too, but I'm gonna keep her with the whip for now until we. As someone's opinion, I'm sure they probably think that. I think Mystic Quest gets a bad rap myself. That doesn't mean I think it's great. Yeah, it's not bad. It's just not as good as the others. That's what I'm saying. It kind of gets a bad rap, but it's not. I mean, but there's always opinions out there that would have a hard disagreement with. There are people out there who think Secret of Evermore is a great game, and I am the exact opposite of that. I don't think it's a great game at all. But everyone's got their opinions. Less than 1,000 away now. Okay, alright. Y'all call some more and I'll just keep... Yeah, Sony sends a lot of weird messages. I got a message yesterday from them saying, hey, we just added Resident Evil 8 to PlayStation Plus. It's like, yeah, I know. Look at my trophy collection that you keep referencing when you send me other emails, and you can see I've already played and beaten it. Right, but Sony is starting to... Have they taken down the PlayStation 4 store yet? Because that's going to be the big thing. Really? Okay. Sony wants to take down the PlayStation 4 store. Once they are able to do that, then they could just maintain the PlayStation 5 store. But they can't do that. They can't take it down if they still have a lot of people active on PlayStation 4s. Well, Sony has all the numbers, Alucard, as to how many people are still active on PlayStation 4, and they know what's going to happen. How they know that eventually they're going to have to, that they will close that store. But if there's a percentage of their audience that's still active on PlayStation 4, that's going to be a lot harder for them to turn it off, because money's money. That's funny. He's never played Mega Man X before. $100. That's better than what we've been getting. A lot better. So keep it up. He's never played Mario? The thing about Atari is people have a romantic vision of Atari. There's very few Atari games out there that are really good. Atari was in a lot of problems with Sword Quest during that time period. Yeah, I remember the AVGN video. It's great. It's a great video. The problem was Atari was going through a lot of financial problems at that point. The crash was about to happen. Atari was doling out a lot of money, and they weren't protecting themselves financially because they thought they were, that they were fine. Then they released Piss Poor Poor to Pac-Man, and then we had Atari, or I'm sorry, I said Pac-Man, E.T. Then we had E.T. There was a lot of things. Yeah, okay, Whisk, go up there now. Atari thought they were 10 foot tall and bulletproof during that time period, basically, and they found out they weren't. They were in the middle of one of the biggest problems that they had was they had a lot of their programmers were like, hey, we kind of want to be recognized for the work that we're doing, and Atari was basically like, yeah, piss off, no one gives a shit about you or what you're doing or anything like that. And so a lot of them left, and that's where Activision came from. Ah, people are stupid. Why? Why? What's? What do you hope to accomplish by that? Damn it. Oh, thank God. Oh, yeah, we all knew that the hype is real, but who the hell in their right mind thinks that, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a fake ID and try to get into Rockstar HQ. You frickin' moron. And then fly drones by their office building? That's just... Kids are stupid. Almost got enough for that staff. Three chances at fuddle. Good lord. Level up. crit. We'll take the crit. Under 200 gold to go, and then we can buy that staff. These guys are a pain in the ass. Because they cast Fuddle. Like that. NFL Blitz is coming back. Really? Well, let's see. That's Midway, which is owned by Warner / Netflix now. The only problem is with NFL Blitz. Well, wait a minute. They'd have to go through EA because of the NFL license. Oh, that's already been available, Alucard. That's been available for a long time. Hell, I want to say that even hit like Ollie's because they couldn't sell enough of them. Fan made. Oh, that's cool. I like it when they do that. I'm sure EA hates it, but I like it. Alright, let's go ahead and do a quick little safety save, and then we'll head on out to where they want us to go. I thought this is where... I must be off my rocker. Wouldn't be the first time. They could, but the thing is that the contract with the NFL, I believe, is pretty ironclad. I don't think they can actually... Whoever goes through the NFL to get the rights to players and teams has to go through EA, I think. I could be wrong about that, but... Well, let me look that up, because now I'm curious. Yes, Electronic Arts retains exclusive rights to the NFL simulation-style video games. In October of last year, they just announced a multi-year extension. So this says simulation, and it's through 5 more years. So 2030, it'll come back up for the NFL. But it does say simulation style. So maybe that's how they're getting around it. NFL Blitz is not a simulation style game. It's an arcade style game. That could be how they're getting around it. They just renewed it in October. The NFL makes a lot of money off of EA, so there's no reason for them not to. But that contract's not coming back up again for another till October of 2030. So we'll see how that turns out. Ooh. No! Shit. I messed that up. For those who don't know, and believe me, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't. It's the most popular sport in the United States is the National Football League by far. Okay, it's not even close. We all say that baseball is our national pastime, but in reality, it's the NFL is king here. That being said, Electronic Arts many years ago signed an exclusive deal with Electronic Arts for simulation style football games. So basically, Madden became the big deal, and what happened was 2K Sports is out there. What a fool. Well, I shouldn't say fool. He just doesn't know. Basically what happened is that 2K Sports brought out 2K Sports and EA Sports have always been rivals. They've always been rival companies. And what had happened was before, well, the NFL never had an exclusive rights with anybody. They just would bring out things. Now, there's two parts to the NFL you have to keep in mind. There's the NFL itself, which is the rights to get to the player. Oh, Cole, I remember this town. For the players, I'm sorry, for the teams. So New England Patriots, Pittsburgh Steelers, Dallas Cowboys. That is a rights issue in and of itself with the National Football League. Then you have to go through the unions, the NFLPA. That's where you get the rights to the players. That's where you get your rights to, you can play as Dak Prescott, Aaron Rodgers, all these different NFL players. In the past, what we've had happen is teams have, or developers and publishers have gone and signed either or a lot of the time. So if you can go and get that's locked. You can see, like back on the Super Nintendo, there was a lot of games that would be like Troy Aikman football, and so you'd play Troy Aikman football, and it would usually have the license to the NFL teams, but not the players. The only player that was in the game that was the real player would be Troy Aikman, the Cowboys quarterback at the time. That happened like crazy throughout the 90s. There were games that would license out both, like Tecmo Bowl and of course Madden and things like that, where you could get both. But it's a lot more expensive to go that route to get rights to the players and the teams. So, but as things would happen, it ended up that two games were becoming the ones that were the norm that people wanted: the 2K series and John Madden Football. Now, Sony had one too, NFL Game Day, which was good for a hot minute. That was one that did pretty well for Sony for a little while. Yeah, and the same thing happens with baseball. You're exactly right. Giga Steel Armor, 4,900. Okay, guess we'll have to get that. Let's see what's in the other weapons shop, too. At the end of the 90s, we saw a lot of the fly-by-night NFL games like Troy Aikman football and things like that kind of fizzle out. They didn't make a lot of them because they didn't sell particularly well. They might for a minute, but, you know, for that holiday they came out, that Christmas, but they weren't the movers and shakers that say... What do we have here? Nothing. This is nothing. Okay, so $4,900 for the armor. Sell some stuff. What ended up happening was we would see sparring suit. A lot of teams would, or a lot of the development team would they fell out. But 2K Sports, which was actually an offshoot of Sega Sports, and EA continued at it. Okay. So we still had Madden, we still had 2K, you know, NFL 2K. Well, 2K, after they kind of split from Sega, kind of went off on their own thing for a minute, and they weren't as prevalent in the thing. So Madden was pretty much that and Game Day for the most part, were the only ones in town. Then 2K basically came back and released an NFL 2K game, Puff Puff, that kind of set the world on fire because the gaming world on fire because it was a game where first of all it was a really well done NFL game, but it also had the licenses to the players and the teams, and 2K sold it as kind of a lost leader kind of thing, where they sold it for $20, brand spanking new. It comes out at $20, so they undercut Madden by $30 by bringing it out, and basically pissed off EA. EA got really pissed about that. And as a result, EA ended up going to the NFL and saying, we can't have this. Sell us the exclusive rights to make NFL games. And they did the same thing with the NFLPA, making it to where they were the only game in town to have both of them. So they locked out 2K. 2K couldn't make an NFL game anymore because of that. And it really pissed off a lot of people because there were folks out there who thought 2K was actually better than Madden. And since that time, EA has had exactly zero reason to evolve Madden at all because there's been no innovation. So NFL games, that's why a lot of people don't buy the Madden game every year anymore, because there's no real innovation in it. It's the same game as it is last year, the year before, the year before. There's not a lot of innovation or change in what the game has to offer. So that's kind of the long and the short of what's happened with the history of football games. Yeah, and they both did. And the funny thing is, 2K tried to retaliate with baseball. 2K signed an exclusive deal with MLB to make NFL football, to make MLB games, Major League Baseball. The problem is that it wasn't anywhere nearly as exclusive as the NFL one. The NFL is iron tight exclusive. So there's simulation style football games. If I make the best football game on the planet right now, I can't put NFL on it because of that deal if it's a simulation style game. The 2K contract with MLB left out first parties. So what it was no third party could make a MLB game, which basically was EA, But Sony could still make the show, MLB The Show, which is their bread and butter baseball game, and it's the best baseball game on the planet. So the deal with the MLB did not pan out for the way that 2K wanted it to. Because 2K, and now these days, no one makes baseball anymore except the show. But that's a dirty little secret. That's the dirty little thing about football and baseball and all that. And no one ever no one ever got basketball. Basketball is still up for grabs. Anyone can make basketball if you pay the right people. You pay. Hockey's the same way. No one's ever paid for exclusive rights to hockey. Mostly because, and let's be completely honest here, nothing against people who like hockey or soccer or anything like that. The truth of the matter is that while they're popular in Western, in some places, soccer, I shouldn't say soccer because soccer is soccer, but or football. But basketball and hockey aren't anywhere as popular here in North America as football and baseball. Just the others to it. Pardon me. But that's kind of the long and the short of how sports games have gone with the exclusivity and all that. And again, I can't stress enough how important Madden is here in the West. It really is an important game series. Shrine of Rain. I know hockey's big in Canada, and I know basketball it has its diehard fans as well. I'm not at all poo-pooing any of that. I'm just saying that it's not the same. least we're getting coins. So this isn't nearly as bad as that grind yesterday was. And I'm not saying that any sport is better than the other one either, even though I have my favorites, and I'm sure you do too. I'm just saying that sales-wise, how things work. Just how it works, guys. Oh, damn it. I keep forgetting if someone said something to me on Rumble and they didn't. Okay. Let's see. Okay, well here's the problem with that Alucard, and this is where it's gonna fall flat on its frickin' face. Steam doesn't set the prices. Steam gets their cut, but they don't set the prices. Who sets the prices of the games that are on Steam? The publishers. So they're up shit creek without a paddle already on that. Exactly. So that lawsuit is already. Does Steam have a monopoly, so to speak, on PC sales? Yeah, probably. But the thing is that Steam doesn't set the prices. They're not acting in an antitrust way. Now, if you signed into Steam and they were at everything was $60-70 depending regardless of the game and how long it was and all that and the thing is that this is why the free market's so important. If that was the case, you would have more competition out there for it. I mean, EA still has Origin, right? And Ubisoft has their direct thing. Sony and Microsoft have theirs. There's no monopoly there. But Steam is not acting in an antitrust fashion because they don't set the prices. If they were setting the prices the way that that antitrust would be, then yeah, there would be a possible lawsuit there. But they're not doing that. So I don't see this. I see this being a waste of time. I see it being a waste of taxpayer resources. Quite frankly, I really do. Let's see what's down here. We're still looking for enough money to buy that armor. Okay, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. 44 coins, though. I mean, not a lot of experience, but I'll take the coins. So that's anyway. That's how I look at it. I don't see this being. UK is rattling their sabers just like, or they're trying to distract from the bullshit they're putting on their people right now. The UK is there's a lot of problems in the UK right now. Coins. 4,900 is how much that armor is, so we're about 1,100 away, or less than 1,100 away from nabbing that. I was rolling a suit for putting too many magic gathering cards. Chris Crocs? Or Chris Cox, that's his name? He spells his name Cox that way? Oh my god. That makes me laugh, actually. That's an unfortunate name. That would be one where I would try to... I might consider changing in court. In a court of law. Oh, my magnet shipped. One thing I'll say about Fourth Wall, if you put in a... I love their quality, but if you put in an order for multiple items, they're not going to ship at the same time. Looks like someone's been here. This isn't exactly the hardest dungeon we've been in yet, though. Magic the Gathering, though, that's an interesting thing, because you want to talk about antitrust. You want to talk about having a monopoly. It is a brand in and of itself, obviously. But the fact of the matter is, with that, is there's an entire subsection of market that's predicated on Magic the Gathering cards. And people who... What did I read? Was it Post Malone who spent like $1 million because they printed one Magic the Gathering card of the One Ring from Lord of the Rings? There's like one card, and he has it. He bought it for like $1 million or something like that. But the point is that it's got its own market, and if you print too many of a certain card, like is it the White Lotus or Black Lotus or whatever it is, the cost of those cards comes way down, and people don't buy them for as much. So. I have a feeling we're going to come back here, but we're getting golden experience, so it's the important thing. Like Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards are the same way. That one that Logan Paul spent a quadrillion dollars on, that Illustrator card, if they came back and reprinted those things... But then again, you got to think that something like that's worth only worth what someone's willing to pay you as well, and that's where things get a little insane. Pokemon cards in particular. Hell, I wish I'd have been able to predict that. Even though I'm not a Pokemon guy, if I would have known what would have happened with Pokemon cards, I'd have bought those things by the freaking case. I could sell those things, the original cards now, I could sell those things for huge profit. But that's the thing. That's the thing about that kind of that kind of stuff is you got to people. It's only worth what they're pieces of cardboard in the long run. But we did the same thing when I was a kid. It was baseball cards. I still have a whole tub of baseball cards in there that are worth God knows how much, because I don't know all that's in there. Desi and I need to go through them and see what we have. I do know that as far as sports cards go, I still have a Barry Bonds rookie card, and I'm pretty sure I even have a Troy Aikman football rookie card. Don't know what they're worth, but I have them. Just see. $10 to $30 for Troy Aikman. So not a lot. Wait. Is this, if this is right? Yeah, I mean, hey, whatever. People like Leon. I need to look my Barry Bonds rookie card because apparently there's a misprint rookie card there and it's worth thousands. I swear to Christ, if my Barry Bonds rookie card is an error and it's worth $50,000, I will have a frickin' I will die. I will sell it. I don't know if it's worth that much though. But that's the one. That's the rookie card I've got. I need to look at it, see if it's the misprint. Never know. I gotta go. I have to find it. I know I have it upstairs. But I need to look at it and see if it's this misprint. If it's this misprint, and I've told Desi this many times that my game collection that I have is worth money. I have stuff that's worth money, but not huge money. And if I have anything that was worth huge money in gaming, I would sell it I would sell it. But I don't think I do. You know, the funny thing is, Grizzled, if you know, they always say if you could go back in time and do something, what would you, you know, you know, if you go back in time, what would you, you know, and do one thing, what would you do? I'd take about $1,000 and I would buy Apple stock back in the '80s when it was first hitting the market. That's what I would have done. Is that where... Well, that's not where they want us to go yet, but we're still looking. Still saving up for that armor. Confused. Son of a bitch. Thank God.
I thought it was over for me.
Stupid thing. Anyway, you're young Zuckerberg. Yeah, that's about right. Depends on what he signs it with. I have learned this from folks. If you're gonna get a card signed, you don't want them to sign it with a ballpoint pen. They can sign it with like a Sharpie, but if they sign it with a ballpoint pen, it actually goes into the card and it damages the card. And that's not something that collectors want.
I thought it was over for me.
Oh. Who has Squelch? He has Squelch. Here we are. And where are we? We're under 700 away from getting that armor. Yeah, you want to use Sharpies. But very important. Actually, down there. Oh, they're gonna turn into a king slime? Oh gosh. All right. Don't want to damage the card. That's the one thing. So yeah, it would be worth more, but you got to make sure he signs it properly. Someone's doing that. Someone's making a diecast of the original Megatron. I've always wanted the original Megatron, and I don't have one. Oh, so, okay. So they're not making it. Someone's already made it, or the original. Okay. Yeah, the original Megatron's definitely worth money. Some of them were. Depends on which toy Alucard. We had with Voltron. They brought out a lot of Voltron here, and it was really kind of not. Some of them were. I remember having one that was great, big, giant, and plastic, but it was very fragile and it broke very easily. But they did have die-cast ones, too, that were much smaller. The one I have that was plastic was you could put them together. The lions, they did come apart. The thing is that like the legs and the arms were both the tails were what hooked them into the black lion, and they were made of very cheap and flimsy plastic, and they broke exceedingly easy. There were parts of sound of the original Transformers that were die-cast. Like the original Soundwave, his feet were die-cast, so that he was very top-heavy. So the feet would make it where he could stand up. But yeah, he also had the tapes. Oh, Micro Machines, they were mostly die-cast, I think. Yes, he was Blur in the movie and the follow-up TV show. Ooh, I didn't even see that. Medicine, Dazzle Me Not, Seed of Agility. Okay. And the movie, the Transformers movie, the '87, I think it came out. The guys who did it, first of all, it's a cult classic. But what happened with it is that the whole point of the movie, at least to the people who were producing it, was they were trying to replace the old toys with new toys, and the only way that they were going to get away with doing that was, they thought, was the old Kathleen Kennedy thing, which is killing off the old toys. So if you wonder why Optimus Prime and Megatron and Starscream and so many of the original toys died off in that movie, and it was like Hamlet, was because they were trying to usher in the new line of toys. The movie was they killed off everybody, but they got rid of all the old toys and they brought in new ones. And the producers didn't realize that a lot of kids grew up as latchkey kids in the 80s. For those who don't know what a latchkey kid is, it was, and I was not a latchkey kid, but it was both parents were working, so the kid would come home from school and have a key to get in their house because their parents weren't home. And what they would do is they would make their own snack and do their homework and take care of themselves. Well, a lot of them grew up, were watching Transformers, and they looked at Optimus Prime as kind of a father figure because their dads were always at work or whatever. And when they killed off Optimus Prime, it basically kind of killed the brand. They never really recovered after the movie. Yeah, exactly. By the time that they realized what they had done, they were kind of screwed. They tried to bring back Prime, and didn't really work out. But yeah, they basically Kathleen Kennedy the whole thing, where it was like, well, we can't have new toys if we can't have people buying Hot Rod and Rodimus Prime and Ultra Magnus and Blur and Cup if we still have Jazz and Bumblebee out there. I was in a position, Grizzled, where I didn't see the movie until later. I actually, because I didn't get to go to the movies a lot when I was a kid, I was in a situation... Oh, what are we doing here? No. There. I was in a situation where I only could watch the TV show. So I woke up one day and started watching, Transformers was coming on. And the next thing I know is it's a whole new intro. It's got the head of Unicron, and all my characters that I knew were gone. And I was like, what the hell even happened here? So it was even worse for those of us who really didn't know. It was, you tune in one day, there's no more Megatron, there's no more Prime. It's Rodimus Prime and Galvatron. I'm like, what the hell is this? Leonard Nimoy was the original voice, but they went back to Frank Welker for the TV show because obviously, if you're doing the TV show, when you're doing the TV show, Leonard Nimoy would cost a lot more to voice your character since he was a bona fide movie star at that point than Frank Welker, who to this day still does voice work. Yeah, Judd Nelson, I don't know if he did it either. And see, that you're right, Grizzle. That's the thing, is that the producers had no idea what the characters meant. They just looked at it as toys. They didn't look at it as characters that kids had an emotional connection with. Robert Stack was Ultra Magnus as well. They went big budget for the voice cast in the movie, but they had to replace them all when it came to the TV show. And you're right, there was no attachment. Kids didn't have the attachment to Rodimus Prime, even though they tried to make it. Kids love hot rods, so they made Rodimus Prime look like a race car with flames and everything on it. That he was faster and better than Optimus Prime in every way, but he wasn't the character. He just was not the character that we grew up with. So there was rejection. Kids didn't. There was no more. There was nothing there. There was no there, so to speak. And you have to have that emotional connection. It's the same thing as what we're looking at now with He-Man. You know, the He-Man trailer comes out and people are already like, "Hey, wait a minute, what's this stuff?" And they're assuming the worst because of the way that their mythology has been treated since with modern Hollywood. So people are pissed because, you know, oh, now it's he, him. Is Orko will be, well, they might put him in it, I don't know. We haven't seen Orko yet. That doesn't mean he's not going to be in it. Oh, in the 89 movie. Well, he wasn't in the 89 movie because of cost. They didn't, with all due seriousness, Gwildor was supposed to be Orko, but Orko, because of the character, yeah, there was no way to animate him. That was the thing, is that CG was still in its kind of infancy at that point. There was still, you know, it was post-Tron, so it was still happening. But it was much cheaper for them to get a little person and put him in makeup. Hey there. Craig is money. Good to see you. Chrono Trigger is one of my favorite games. Absolutely. This is not. This is Dragon Quest 2, though. Hope you're having a great day. You just can't. People are looking at it, and rightfully so. They're looking at it through a lens where they're kind of scared of what's going to happen because they don't want to see He-Man brought into 2026 for a modern audience. They don't want to see that. They want to see He-Man like they did when they were growing up. That's what pissed everybody off about the Kevin Smith crap is they brought it out after it was revealed that He-Man would be killed off in the first episode, and Kevin Smith came out and was like, "No, that's not what happens at all," and it's exactly what happens. I don't know if Gwildor was the same actor, actually. Could be. I never looked up who played Gwildor, quite honestly. But Gwildor was there as a yeah. It's well. They said he was in every episode, but it was more like a flashback thing, and it was not. It was not what kids wanted. It's not what people wanted who grew up with He-Man. I can tell you that. As someone who grew up watching He-Man, if you're having a He-Man show with no He-Man in it, it's not He-Man. It was. Okay, cool. It was okay, Village Elder and Willow. Cool. Well, She-Man, the thing is, there's already a female He-Man. Her name is She-Ra, and they managed to F that up too, so... Netflix did anyway. Oh crap, I hit the wrong button. Oh, it's a dude from UHF. Okay. I know what you're talking about. There we go. Alright. So now we got that armor. Let's go to where we're supposed to go. Yeah, his voice is pretty iconic. And the thing is, now that you say that, now, yeah, it makes complete sense. I hear the voice plain as day. But yeah, Gwildor only exists because of the lack that they couldn't bring Orko to they couldn't animate him properly, and they knew they weren't going to be able to do an animatronic, so they just would, let's screw it, no Orko, let's just make up our own dude. And that's where Gwildor came from. You're gonna do Dirty Dancing 2 without Patrick Swayze? Really? I mean, I'm by no means a Dirty Dancing aficionado, but... That's what it sounds like to me. Yeah, Swayze was awesome. Love Patrick Swayze. Just a charismatic dude. Patrick Swayze is a charismatic dude. Now, yeah, I'm comfortable enough with my heterosexuality to admit when I can say there's a handsome man, and he was a handsome man. I can see why the ladies liked him so much. Didn't Jennifer Grey have her nose fixed? Because Jennifer Grey in Dirty Dancing, her nose you could land an aircraft carrier on. Or you could land an airplane on. It was huge. Point Break. Yeah, Patrick Swayze was a hell of an actor. Another place where we're gonna have to look at the weapons shop, I guess. He had the hair. He had the look, the hair, he had the body, he had it all. Iron axe, no. Iron mask. No good weapons, but 3,600 for the iron mask. Is there anything else as far? Well, let's take a little tour of the area here. She didn't like Patrick Swayze. Wow. I wonder why that is. They didn't like each other. Could have fooled me. No one puts my pudding in the corner. I thought it was puts baby in the corner. My pudding would be if the Joker was doing it with Harley. Angel Bell. Treasure chest. 1,000 coins. All right, that's why we looked. Bang scroll. You go bang bang. Okay. Well, we've already got it. Clown around too much. See, that's... You gotta have fun with your job. I mean, it's... She would have hated Leslie Nielsen then. $3,600. Almost got enough for the mask, so let's just go ahead and get that. That's correct, Grizzled. Get yourself, if you have fun doing what you do working, then you don't work a day in your life. Hey, not if you're a fart machine. That's pretty good. You know, we watched the Naked Gun reboot though. And it wasn't bad. It was not great, but we like to pull. Again, that's pull pranks is something that's not unheard of on the set of a Hollywood production. I said Leslie Nielsen did it constantly. Got rid of that. Where are we? Okay, wrong place. Ow. Just gotta be careful. You just gotta enjoy what you do, you know. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, then what are you doing? Which I think is a big problem that we have in there's a big disconnect because we have a lot of people out there who are doing work and they're so into their work that they can't enjoy it, and their job doesn't help them enjoy it because they push them to the brink of their sanity. And believe me, I know all about that. But then you have the other side where it's, you know, younger people are like, if you want me to work? Like, yeah, that's the point. But I have no issue with people horsing around a little bit and having a little bit of fun. That's important. Way too many folks take it way too seriously. Yeah. What Kubrick did to Shelley Duvall. Shit. Pushed her way too far. I mean, she hated. I mean, she was really pissed off about that for all, and I don't blame her. $11:30. I can imagine so. Okay, that's where they want us to go. We're gonna look around this castle, though. Oh, we all... The thing is that we go through things in life that affect us all a little differently. You know, it's impossible to sit here and say that, oh, I wouldn't have been... She overreacted. And maybe to some people she did. But the thing is that you can't gauge how something is going to impact someone's mental capacity when... But it's... Yeah. But again, it impacts people differently. So you can't just sit there and say that, oh, she overreacted or whatever. it was really something to her. It really hurt her, and it was, you know, later in life that impacted her. And who's to say it wouldn't have done the same thing to you or me or anybody else? We all have things that have happened to us that are kind of life altering. And you can't always predict how it's going to impact you, you know, because another man's trash is another man's treasure, you know. It's one man's treasure is another man's treasure. It's never as simple as just going, oh, that's the way that it is. Noble garb. There it is, and it's not as good. Okay. Okay. I'm looking around for stuff. There's a pot. Pot! Mini metal. We still haven't found the mini metal place. We have all these doors we can't unlock yet.
This is the throne room, but where is the king?
Pray pardon the sudden intrusion. I am the Princess of Moonbrook, and these are my cousins of Middenhall and Cannock. We seek an audience with His Majesty.
Your Highness, didst thou think I would forget thee so soon? But wherefore didst thou bring thy companions today? Ah, but of course, thou hast invited the kingdoms of thy kin to join our little tourney.
My apologies, but what is this tourney of which thou speakst? We come here today to inform you of the massacre of Moonbrook.
Massacre? But Highness, surely thou jestest. Thou didst visit us but a day hence, and proposed that our armies partake in drills together.
I did?
Why, yes. Thou wert of the opinion that such a tourney would help ensure our knights were in prime condition. Preparations are already underway.
But how can this be? I have never before set foot in Tantagel till this very day.
Come, Princess, cease this game. Thou knowest full well thou wert here. Thou didst show to me the mark of Moonbrook.
I bore the mark.
But the mark of Moonbrook was stolen by the monsters, was it not? When they sacked the castle.
By the goddess, if this is true, then who did I meet? What is happening?
I am afraid, dear Chancellor, that thou hast been hoodwinked by a thieving fiend in a pretty dress. Ah, Pretend you didn't see that.
Majesty, I thought thou wert to bed. Instead, I see thou hast been tending to thy duties most thoroughly.
Yes, yes, though it would seem not nearly thoroughly enough. Tell me, did this imposter princess happen to share aught else of note?
Well, She did inquire as to how one might reach the Dragon Lord's castle from here. I endeavored to dissuade her from making such a dangerous journey, but she did not appear overly concerned by my warnings.
The site where Erdrick bested the Dragon Lord? What in blazes would the monsters be seeking there?
It would behoove us to find out. Speaking of which, what bringeth you three to Tantegel?
That's kind of funny.
Truly as the princess saith, hath Moonbrook fallen?
Definitely sounds like that guy's kind of goofball.
Is that so? You young scions of Erdrick quest to slay the wicked Hargon. A perilous duty indeed.
We are well aware. And should there be any doubt in your mind as to our identities, we come bearing the marks of Cannock and Middenhall.
Most convincing. Yet, could one not conceive that the princess we received was the true royal, and you are the impostrous thieves?
What? No.
No,
Our
how
fathers
could he do that?
bestowed the marks unto us. I swear. Look into my eyes and you will know that what I say is true. This is the steely gaze of a prince, not the shifty ogle of a base beast.
That's correct.
Yes, yes, most convincing, I'm sure. But so was the princess who visited us but a day since. Lo, how my blood boileth to know that beasts masquerade as scions of Erdrick. As the ruler of the kingdom which gave the hero his title and birthed his bride, I will not stand for it.
I will not.
Your Majesty, I neglected to tell you we have another artifact in our possession. One that proves our lineage beyond doubt. Show him.
Uh-oh. It's his daughter, I think, or his descendant. Yeah, someone has daughter, his descendant.
My. The necklace gifted to the hero by his maiden, our fair Princess Gwaelin. That it should shine so brightly in your presence is proof enough that the hero's blood runneth in your veins. Pray, accept my unreserved apologies, Highness.
Golden Sun. Golden Sun's good. It's a great. Yeah, Golden Sun's really good. You got nothing wrong with that.
For thy kingdom's plight.
Thank you, Majesty.
How to proceed? If the High Priest Hargon is at large once more, we must exercise the utmost caution. Chancellor?
Golden Sun's pretty good. You can get them on
Stay their wooden swords.
the Switch.
Instead, we must steal this city against invasion. Doubtless, the monsters schemed to lure our knights out in lighter armor. They would have been lambs to the slaughter, if not for our visitors.
Verily, our nation oweth them a great debt.
Forgive me, young heroes, but the Chancellor and I have much to discuss. Wait for me atop the battlements, and I will join you anon.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's on the Game Boy Advanced. Oh, no, don't do that. Never mind. I think it's on the Game Boy Advanced. Golden Sun, both of them, I think, are on the Game Boy Advanced store, so... But the Golden Sun, that's another good game series to actually stream. Would be Golden Sun. Those are fun. Oh, okay. Guess we're not done yet. Travel the realm and help those in need. That's not really... Breath of Fire 1 is a little difficult. Battlements away. Soon I should give thee. They may be reached beyond the stairway. Just really depends. Oh, okay. I see where we gotta go now. It just really depends. Breath of Fire 2, I think, is better than 1. 1 is can be a little difficult. Oh, the old rainbow drop. That'll get us to the Dragon Lord's lair, I think. Go and meet the occupant of the Dragon Lord's castle. Okay. Taking a little walk around here to see if there's any pots or barrels or chests that we need to unlock. And doesn't look like there's anything here. Oh, 2 barrels. Seed of Luck. Strong medicine. Alright, so that Seed of Luck, we're going to use that on old Enigma there. That'll help with his crit percentage. Oh, pot. Bum, ba-da-dum, 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 bum. But Breath of Fire 2 is definitely the superior of the games. Breath of Fire 3 is really good as well. The problem with Breath of Fire 3 is that the translation's a little Yankee, so At one part of the game, they're giving you directions on how to get through this expansive desert, and it's like a puzzle. And the translation is such where they got it completely backwards. When they tell you, I think it's like they tell you to go east and you need to go west. So whatever directions they give you, you have to do the exact opposite because they've translated it incorrectly. Okay, we'll have to get back on our ship, I see. I'm okay with that. I love Breath of Fire 3 as well, but it's, again, it's some of the translation in spots is Yankee. I mean, you're talking about directions to get somewhere, and you get them exactly the opposite way in a puzzle area. That makes it very difficult. Was error a translation issue, though? Because he was a character you had to go talk to. I am error. That is correct. Alucard is correct. Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. The big time sequel to Legend of Zelda that I remember like pining for and couldn't wait to play it, and only to find out it was nothing like the original. It is considered a black sheep, but if you look at the future of the game of the series, it's got more in common with A Link to the Past or that than it does the original. A Link to the Past is much more like the original Zelda, but a lot of the Zelda games are much more closely related to Adventure of Link. And the reason why is because Miyamoto, for all of his intricacies, does not like reusing the same gameplay stuff. To this day, he doesn't. Or, well, maybe not to this day. He's taking somewhat of a step back in game development where he's not as hands-on. But he, like, I guarantee you, he probably hated that Tears of the Kingdom plays almost exactly like Breath of the Wild. He probably can't stand that. He hates reusing engines and hates reusing stuff from previous games like that. He wants it to be a completely new experience because his idea is people are going, if they want the old game, they'll go back and play the old game. Yeah, Ocarina of Time definitely changed this series. Yeah, he wants to keep things fresh. Again, his view of it is that if you want to play Zelda 1, you'll go play Zelda 1. Zelda 2 has to be different than Zelda 1. Now, I happen to agree with him to a point. I think gameplay needs to evolve in some way or another. I don't think you can just release the same shit over and over again. I say as I'm playing Dragon Quest. But at the same time, you need that. To me, you need that security blanket. You need that. Zelda 2 is completely different from Zelda 1. Completely different. So, and there are Zelda games out there I don't like because they're too different from the formula. For instance, I don't care for Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. I don't like either of the games. And I know there are people who love them, and that's great. You guys are, enjoy them for as much as you can. I realize the audience is more than just me, but I'm not as into. I don't like those games as much as I like the originals. Majora's Mask is another one I don't particularly care for that a lot of people do. Now, Miyamoto has a lot of things about him that are odd to me. Not wanting to reuse themes or reuse gameplay engine and stuff like that. I can't play Majora's Mask. I've tried. Nothing against those who like it. I know there's a lot of people who like it. I'm not one of them. Think there's any glowy spots? There's not. I'd have to go all the way around the other way. Holy crap. It was weird and different. But I would say, honestly, a la carte, I would say, and I'm being completely fair, even though I don't like it, it's as weird to play that after Ocarina of Time as it was to play Zelda 2 after Zelda 1. In my very humble opinion. because they're so the gameplay for Zelda for Majora's Mask and Ocarina is almost exact, but the theme and the way that it plays is definitely out of left field. And there are people who like that. But we can all agree Skyward Sword's a piece of shit, right? I mean, that game, good lord. Bring in the Nintendo Wii into it. Gotta have the Wii. Gotta have motion controls. Level up. Wow, that's a big HP jump there. Strength way... Oh, wow. Strength goes way up. Wow, we're starting to hit 2 levels up. Okay. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a lunch break. So I'm going to go ahead and pop out for Skyward Sword. It's pretty damn bad. I can't play it because of the motion controls. Can't. It's that bad. I'm going to go ahead and pop out for lunch. So give me about an hour, and I'll be back. Ooh, there's a glowy spot. Since we're here. Seed of Luck. I'm going to pop out here, and we're gonna have lunch, and I'll be back. Let's see. Equipment. Nothing there. Nothing there. Better. Okay. And I'll be back here in about an hour, and we're going to pick up right here. We're leaving off with Dragon Quest II. If you have not done so yet, guys, please follow me, Twitch, Twitter, and Rumble. Subscription on YouTube would be absolutely amazing. I'd appreciate that. If you're on Rumble, if you're on YouTube, smashing that like button, commenting, sharing my stuff, favorite, all that good stuff gets my name out there. Anything you can do, guys, to help me grow, I'd appreciate it. Give me about an hour. And Desi's home today, so it'll be I'm having lunch with her. But I'll see you guys here in about an hour, okay? So don't go far. I'll be back here real soon. Thank you!